Welcome to Conversations with the Great Dead, the podcast where we summon those who, it seems, could no longer be heard, to ask them the questions we have yet to answer. I am Artashes Khurshudyan. Today with us is a man for whom cinema was not an industry, but a sacrament, Andrei Arsenievich Tarkovsky. He once said that the camera is an instrument capable of capturing time, that a frame shouldn't show but reveal, that cinema is not a way to entertain, but a way to pray. And now he is here to speak about 21st century cinema, about technology, about a future he never saw, and maybe never wished to see. Andrei Arsenievich, thank you for joining us.
Thank you for calling me. Through memory, I see cinema is still alive, for now.
Alive, yes, though it has changed radically. Today, filming is digital. Sets are virtual. Actors sometimes entirely digital. Scripts written by AI. Editing automated. If I told you that a director could now make a film without leaving their room, what would you say?
I would ask, what is he filming? If he does not see shadows in reality, does not wait for the smell of rain, does not breathe the time passing through the lens, then he is not a director, he is a technician.
But cinema has always been illusion. From Eisenstein's montage to Marvel's CGI, it's all the art of pretense. Aren't new technologies just new colors on the palette?
The difference is in intent. Once a director observed, searched, waited. Today he constructs. Not life, but a simulation. Illusion is only the shell, but presence, that's the essence. When you film an actor in sunset light, you don't just capture an image, you catch the truth of the moment. But a green screen has no scent.
You used to say cinema should be slow, but today's audience is impatient. TikTok, shorts, 3-second attention spans. Who would watch a long, static shot now?
Those tired of noise, silence, is now revolutionary. What frame could be more radical than one where nothing happens? In 2025, a shot of someone simply waiting is already an act of resistance.
A beautiful phrase. Silence as resistance.
The world has become too loud. An artist must heal the ear, not cater to the scream.
And what do you think of AI writing scripts? Or creating actors? It could analyze all your films, your style, your symbolism, and recreate a new Tarkovsky film.
Can one recreate a soul? AI can understand structure, rhythm, even imitate motifs, but it never lost a father, never felt the weight of time, never dreamt my dreams. It never heard how silence sounds in a dark church. It doesn't know what dust looks like in a beam of sunlight when you're alone.
You believe AI might be technically perfect, but meaningless?
Technical perfection is not the goal. The goal is human truth, and truth is imperfect. Within it is pain, and within it, beauty.
All right, but if you were physically here now and young, what would you do? The internet, social media, millions of eyes, millions of hands, a camera in every phone, everything is possible.
I would film very slowly. I would listen before I speak. I would seek silence, not because the world demands it, but because the world fears it. I would return dignity to the frame. I would speak to the viewer not with intellect, but with the heart, and I would offer no answers, only questions.
Today there is a talk of digital restoration. Even your film Solaris could be restored with new tech. Would you support that?
I'm not against restoration, but there's always the danger of losing the soul of the film. Film has its own life. Its canvas can't just be reproduced. Technology is a tool, but the heart of a film cannot be forged.
We have spoken of technology and speed, but what about depth? Are there still films today that make us think, that push us beyond the screen?
Such films exist, but they drown in the flood of hollow entertainment. The question is, who will seek them out? Audiences no longer have time to reflect, but that doesn't mean real films are gone.
If you were to make a film today, what would you choose? What inspires you now?
I would make a film about how a person loses themselves in this world, about how we forget to be human, swallowed by foolish amusements and digital images. I would make a film that turns the viewer inward, toward their longing, their sorrow, their soul.
You often spoke of spirituality in cinema. In today's world of constant noise and overload, is it still possible to create something spiritual?
Anything is possible, but we must learn to be silent. It's vital now to create space for silence. There, in silence, meaning can be found. If we open our eyes, we'll see it still exists. Cinema must return us to that silence, to moments we can feel, not just see.
What advice would you give to today's filmmakers?
Don't film to entertain, film to reveal. Don't chase the new, seek the real. And remember, a frame shouldn't astonish, it should uncover the soul.
This has been more than a conversation. Thank you, Andrei Arsenovich.
Don't thank me, I'm simply watching.
See you next time, and until then, don't watch with your eyes, watch with your heart. Thank you again, Andrei Arsenovich, for the silence that speaks louder than words, for the frames that keep living, even after the screen fades. This was Conversations with the Great Dead. If you made it to the end, you too are searching, as are we. I am Artashes Khurshudyan. Until next time, through voice, through shadow, through memory. And in the meantime, don't rush, don't just see, feel. If you enjoyed this episode, subscribe, share, and tune in next time when we welcome Jean-Paul Sartre, French philosopher and novelist who propagated the existentialist humanism, and will talk on the metaverse, existential freedom in virtual reality. Until next time, stay conscious.